While many horological enthusiasts consider Tudor's Black Bay GMT to be an affordable alternative to sister brand Rolex's GMT-Master II, that's doing the watch a disservice. In reality, it's so much more than that, and it has a distinct identity of its own. To discover that identity for ourselves, we got our hands on the Tudor for an up-close review. Let's take a look at what's going on with the Black Bay GMT. We have put a lot of luxury watches through the ringer lately, but the Tudor Black Bay GMT is a piece that had us love-struck at first sight. Adorned with a matte black dial and a two-tone red and blue Pepsi-style bezel, it's a thoroughly classic watch that's absolutely oozing with old-school charm. It has a classic cool about it that would look right at home on the wrist of Magnum PI. Hell, all we needed was a red Ferrari 308 to feel the part. For as much as the Black Bay GMT conjures up images of vintage Rolexes, however, it also comes with some distinctly Tudor touches. The hour markers, for instance, are a hair smaller, better matched to the compact Arabic numerals that adorn the bezel. And, in keeping with the rest of the Black Bay family, the GMT also sports a set of Tudor's trademark snowflake hands, including the red GMT hand. When combined with the 3-link rivet-style steel bracelet, the result is a watch that carries the spirit of classic GMTs into the 21st century. So, while it might look to the past, the Black Bay GMT is a piece that's made for the modern day. If we had any reservations about the watch, it had to be with the size and the thickness of the case, but that was largely dependent upon the wearer. While the 41mm case isn't huge per se, those of us with smaller wrists found the Black Bay GMT's 15mm profile to be a bit thick for a comfortable daily driver. And, at 50mm lug to lug, it was definitely bordering on what we felt was appropriate to wear. However, our testers with wrists measuring larger than 7 inches didn't share the same issue. For them, it certainly had plenty of wrist presence, but it was never at all intrusive to wear. Sizing qualms aside, there's no denying that the Black Bay GMT's case is a truly top-notch piece. Machined from a tough stainless steel, it features a generous mix of both satin brushed and mirror polished finishing. The bidirectional aluminum Pepsi bezel is strikingly slim, barely sticking out above the rest of the case, while the oversized, unprotected crown provides a wonderful visual juxtaposition, as well as a nice retro feel. It also ensures that the watch offers plenty of purchase when adjusting the time. Rounded out by some beautiful chamfering and a slight bevel under the side, the Black Bay GMT makes for quite the handsome horological piece indeed. There's no two ways about it. The domed black dial on the Black Bay GMT is absolutely gorgeous, and it makes for a familiar sight for those who are fans of the Black Bay line. Around the border, you'll find large, white applied indices, with an inverted triangle at 12, bars at 6 and 9, as well as a simple date window at 3. As you'd expect from a Tudor, the hands go heavy on the classic snowflake, generously sized and brightly loomed with superluminova to allow for easy reading in the dark. In fact, even the GMT hand has been designed with legibility in mind, sporting a snowflake shape itself and extending all the way to the bezel for quick local time conversions. With its balanced text and central Tudor branding, the dial proves an exceptionally well-designed piece. It offers just enough detail to fill the case, without feeling busy or overcrowded. Like the dial, the sapphire crystal features a generously domed shape that serves as a fitting throwback to the Rolex GMTs of yesteryear. Sure, Tudor could have opted for a flatter profile, but doing so would be against the spirit of its inspiration. Admittedly, however, it's not always the easiest to view at a glance. That being said, we'll gladly take the old-school look on this watch provided by the dome crystal, especially when it's paired with the aluminum bezel and oversized crown. Omitting such a feature would feel out of place, and it's a detail that acts in perfect harmony with the rest of the watch. Even in spite of our nitpicks regarding the thickness of the case, we found the Black Bay GMT to be a pleasant wear because of the bracelet. At any size, the steel rivet-style links felt comfortable, with absolutely no play to speak of, and a nice heft to balance out the watch itself. Made with a set of solid end links and some minute details around the beveled edges, the bracelet is visually simple, but also deceptively complex. The clasp offers 3 micro adjustment points, making it easy to dial in your fit after you've sized up the rest of the bracelet. Hefty and overbuilt, yet sleek and well machined, it comes with a double locking fold-over design, as any self-respecting sports watch should, and it closes perfectly flush with the rest of the clasp. At no point at all did we doubt the Tudor's security. It closes with a substantial, reassuring click. All that is to say, the bracelet exceeded our expectations. Should you opt to throw the Black Bay GMT on a fabric strap or a leather band, both available as options from Tudor, we'd expect the wear experience to be just as good, if not better. Easily the most impressive aspect of the Black Bay GMT has to be the MT5652 movement. For even though most travel watches in this price bracket tend to incorporate some sort of ETA-based, independent 24-hour caliber, Tudor instead opted to develop its own in-house complication. In practice, this means that you get full local jumping hour functionality, a feature that enables you to quickly adjust your local time upon arrival, without stopping the watch or altering your home time. By contrast, watches that rely on an independent 24-hour format require you to set the local time by stopping the watch and adjusting the time as you normally would when first setting it. Additionally, Tudor's bidirectional bezel gives you another way to read your second time zone, or even a third if you're really good at math. What's more, the bidirectionality of the MT5652 movement means that you can change the date forwards and backwards. Should your flight take you past midnight then, this is a truly game-changing ability. And here's the thing, the movement is incredibly capable outside of its GMT functionality, offering some 70 hours of runtime and chronometer certification from COSC. But let's face it, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the watch's 200-meter water resistance, as we're firm believers that any travel watch worth its salt must be able to hold up to any sort of swimming or diving while on vacation. The Black Bay GMT is by far one of the best watches to come out of Tudor in quite some time, though there's no denying that it boasts a fair share of Rolex inspiration, whilst being far more faithful to classic Rolex GMTs than the Crown's own current offerings. It's also a piece that stands apart as something unique unto its own. Far more well-rounded than anything else in this price bracket, it balances a retro look and a capable movement in a package that's ready for years of dependable service. If you're in the market for a travel watch with true GMT functionality then, the Tudor Black Bay GMT is a timepiece that stands out as a clear winner.